Welcome back. This is lesson 8.1/8.2 journal solutions to equations / writing equations. I will be able to identify, solutions to algebraic equations. I will also be able to write equations using variables. I will be able to write equations using variables for real-life situations. So vocabulary for this lesson, you're also going to need your vocabulary page for chapter 8, which I think should be printed on the other side of this. It is on mine. So vocabulary for this lesson, we have expression, equation, and solution. Okay, an expression, we've talked about this before, but let's talk about it again. Expression are numbers, variables, and operations placed together to express the value, or to represent, let's do that one instead, to represent the value of a real life situation. Now, an expression is just the variables, numbers, and operations. An equation adds one important component to it. An equation is a mathematical statement that two expressions are equal to each other. Now we are adding in equal signs. So equations have exactly one solution. So here we have 2 plus 3. What would that be equal to? 4 plus what? How could we make this equation true? Now, because we're putting an equal sign in there, it would be 4 plus 1 because both values have to equal 5. Now this one right here, 2x plus 1 is equal to, if we have an x plus something plus another x, there's 2 x's, so what do we have to add to that to make it equal to 2x plus 1? That would have to be a 1 as well. But these are two different expressions that are set equal, so I know that they have the exact same value. Now, a solution is a value that makes a variable in an equation true. So example, x plus 4 equals 7. What is the one number that makes this a true statement? X is equal to 3. So the solution is x equals 3. That makes that statement true. Alright, let's go back to the other page. So here it says match each equation to the correct solution. So, what number minus 7 equals 0? That would mean that m would have to equal 7 for this one. So that would be here. That solution matches this equation. I'm going to do it in a couple different colors just so we don't get too confused. But you can do it all in pencil, or if you've got colored pencils or markers or anything available, your highlighter, that would work. 21 subtract m gives me 11. So 21 minus what number gives me 11? That's 10 less, so that means m equals 10. So is that a solution here? M equals 10 is not a solution given, so I'm not going to draw any line to that one. How about 6m equals 36? Now remember, when we have a variable next to a letter or a number like that, that means multiply, so that means 6 m's. So 6 times what number is going to give me 36? That's going to be 6. 6 times 6 is going to give me 36. Okay, what about this? That slash means divide. So what number divided by 5 is going to equal 4? What number can you divide by 5 and get 4? well, 20 divided by 5 gives me 4. So I'm going to do match 20 with this equation. That is the solution. Ooh, 2 times m plus 1 gives me 15. So what can I times by 2 and then add 1 to it and get 15? Well, if I minus 1, which would be going backwards, that would mean that 2 times m has to give me 14. So 2 times 1 gives me 14. 7. So 7 is the solution for 2 of these expressions, or equations. Okay, m, or 5 plus m equals 23. What number plus 5 gives me 23? Well, if I go backwards, I can take 5 off. So 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. So here, m equals 18 is the solution to this equation. Last one, 18 equals something minus 2. So what minus 2 can give me 18? Well, that would be 20. So 20 is a solution to this equation as well. Some of those didn't match any at all. Alright, that gives you an idea how to think about solutions for equations. You're looking for the one number that makes it true. Miss Jenkins wrote the following equation on the board. 3v plus 2 equals 35. Jane says the solution is v equals 3. Jack says the solution is v equals 11. Who is correct and why? Well, let's try both of their numbers. So Jane says 3. So if I put 3 times 3 plus 2, I want to get 35. Is that what we get? No, 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 plus 2 equals 35. That is not a true statement. So that means Jane is not correct. Let's see if Jack is correct. 3 times 11 plus 2. See if we get 35. 3 times 11 is 33. And then I get 33 plus 2. We have to do our order of operations. So that gives me 35. That is a true statement. So who is correct? That would put Jack as correct. Now, why is he correct? Because 3 times 11 equals 33. Then add 2 more. And it equals 35. Now, what did the other person do incorrectly? What did Jane do wrong? I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of the most common things I see. If you just put a 3 where this is and forget that it is timesing, it looks like 33. So, she forgot that 3v means 3 times v. Not 3 in the tens place. Alright, so now we've talked about what solutions to equations are. Well, let's talk about writing equations. Okay, writing equations is just like writing sentences. So writing equations is just like writing sentences. You need to know the words for equal. Let's write clue words. For equal. Okay, the most important one that you're going to see will be the word is. Okay, is equal. Let's see, what are some other ones? The same as. There's one other word, I can't think of what it was going to be right now. R. Okay, now let's read these statements and try writing each of the following sentences as algebraic equations. Okay, right here. 7 is. Okay, whenever you see the word is, I want you to think of an equal sign. 7 is. 4 more. So if I'm going to do more, I'm going to be adding. And what is it? What are we adding 4 to? B. B plus 4. 4 more than B is 7. Twice S is the same as 6. Twice means 2 times, so I'm timesing twice S. So 2 times S is the same as, there's our equal word, as 6. The quotient of W, okay, quotient means division, so what am I dividing here? W came first, so that would be my dividend. The quotient of W and 3 is 12. Okay, you see how is tells me my equal amount? Now here it says define a variable and write an equation for each real life situation. Let's read it and decide what we don't know. Erica put 7 cookies in a bag. She put some more in another bag. There are 15 cookies altogether. Okay, variable, what's the thing we don't know? It's the amount of cookies in the other bag. So let's just call it C for cookies in other bag. Now, there are 15 cookies altogether. So, we had 7 in one bag. Together, we're adding, plus the other cookies. And I know that altogether, there's an equals word, is 15. See how we turned that situation into an equation? Pretty simple. Okay, let's try this one. Mark had some money. He spent $38 on a video game. Now he has $47 left. So with that, what's the thing we don't know? We don't know how much money he had to begin with. I'm going to use M. So money he started with. Now when I write an equation, I know what I'm referencing. So how did this work? At the beginning, he had some money. So there's my first part of my equation, M. Then he spent. That would be a subtraction kind of problem. He spent $38. Now at the end, there is $47 left. Okay, oranges are $1.69 per pound. Tasia bought some oranges and spent a total of $3.38. What's the thing we don't know here? I'm going to use O for pounds of oranges. We don't know how many pounds of oranges she bought. But what do we do when we're trying to figure out the price of something? So we're going to do the price, which is $1.69, times O. Make sure that looks like an O, not a 0. So $1.69 times O, if you want to put a time sign there, that could be helpful, equals, now we know the total amount was $3.38. Okay, that's all there is to writing equations with variables in them. So rate yourself on this concept. 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take a picture and turn it in on Google Classroom.